They thought they could keep it buried deep within Stuttgart's most classified skunk works division. They were wrong. For months, whispers of a rogue engineering syndicate, a forbidden collaboration between the aerospace sector and Maybach's darkest architects, have been bleeding onto the dark web. They call it Project Erebus. We call it the 2026 Black Beast. This isn't a vehicle. It is a declaration of war on the very concept of traditional luxury. Designed in absolute secrecy to establish total dominance over the American hyper-elite market, this anomaly was never meant for the public eye. Until tonight, I've secured the restricted dossier. Prepare yourself. What you are about to witness rewrites the laws of physics. Forget sheet metal. You are looking at a monolithic obelisk of forward momentum. The sheer gravitational pull of its front fascia suggests an architecture starving for atmosphere, devouring oxygen to feed something catastrophic beneath the surface. Notice how the perimeter repels light. This is an entirely new phase of matter, a radar-absorbent, self-repairing carbon titanium weave. If a microfracture occurs at 200 miles per hour, the biometric resin bleeds into the fissure, curing itself faster than a human heartbeat. And then there is its stance. It doesn't rest on the tarmac, it threatens it. That aggressive hovering effect isn't an optical illusion. This brings us to the first stolen piece of tech: kinetic plasma dampening suspension. Traditional air rides are dead. The Beast glides on localized magnetic plasma fields. It constantly reads the topographical trauma of the road 10 miles ahead via microsatellites, hardening or softening the chassis' atmospheric pressure before you even see the pothole. It cancels the very concept of friction. It stops the Earth from spinning beneath it. Stepping through the threshold is not entering a cabin. It is crossing an event horizon into a sensory deprivation sanctuary. The outside world ceases to exist. The occupants are caught in a web of ambient chromatic therapy. Those veins of luminescence pulsing through the architecture aren't just lights. They are biorhythmic feedback loops, syncing with your heart rate to lower cortisol levels automatically. Look at the command nodes embedded in the lateral architecture. They resemble extraterrestrial artifacts more than switches. These haptic, biosculpted interfaces recognize the unique thermal signature of the owner's fingertips. And the seating? You don't sit, you are suspended. These are zero-gravity isolation pods, stitched from lab-grown, ethically synthesized dermis that breathes and regulates core temperature instantly. But the ultimate luxury is the absolute void of sound. Welcome to the aeroacoustic dark matter shielding. The cabin is lined with a metamaterial that actively collapses acoustic waves at a submolecular level. You could drive this through a hurricane, and the only thing you would hear is the friction of your own thoughts. It is isolating. It is intoxicating. Let's tear open the chest cavity of this leviathan. What powers a shadow? Standard combustion is for peasants. Electric is too predictable. Project Erebus relies on a quantum flux hybrid architecture. We are talking about a cold fusion-adjacent power core supplementing a hyper-pressurized, synthetic fuel-breathing mechanical heart. It doesn't generate horsepower, it generates localized tectonic shifts. When the throttle is engaged, the torque delivery doesn't curve, it hits like a kinetic orbital strike. It bends the asphalt. The acceleration algorithm is so violently efficient that engineers had to digitally bottleneck the launch sequence to prevent the sheer G-force from detaching the occupant's retinas. It maneuvers a 3-ton mass with the terrifying agility of a drone strike, manipulating vector thrust channels across all 4 rotational hubs. It doesn't just grip the corners, it bullies the laws of inertia into submission. This brings us to the most classified element of the dossier. The Beast is self-aware. Standard driver assist is a relic. Project Erebus is governed by an artificial intelligence architecture derived from predictive military strategy algorithms. I give you the neural synaptic drive interface. The tactical command matrix stretching across the dash isn't just displaying data, it is watching you. The yoke interacts with the electrical impulses in your palms. It knows you want to execute a lane change milliseconds before your muscles twitch. It predicts traffic anomalies 5 miles out, calculating infinite variables and subtly manipulating the magnetic steering column to guide you away from disaster before your primitive human brain even registers the threat. It creates an invisible, impregnable fortress around the chassis. If a collision is mathematically unavoidable, the cabin dynamically shifts its structural geometry to absorb the precise angle of impact. You don't drive it, you symbiotically bond with it. You are probably wondering what it costs. If you have to calculate your net worth, you have already been denied. There is no dealership, there is no waiting list. The Black Beast operates on a shadow allocation protocol. The syndicate's AI algorithm scans global financial networks, geopolitical influence, and private portfolios. It chooses its owners. If you are deemed worthy, a heavily encrypted digital token appears on your private server with a set of coordinates. The rumored exchange rate? Upwards of 3.5 million, payable only in untraceable synthetic assets. Only 75 units will ever materialize. By the time the general public even realizes this vehicle exists, they will all be locked away in subterranean bunkers in Malibu, Dubai, and Monaco. The establishment is obsolete. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a bloated relic from a bygone aristocratic era. The Bentley Bentayga, a child's toy playing in the mud. The Lamborghini Urus, too loud, too desperate for attention. The Black Beast doesn't compete in the super SUV segment. It arrives, it consumes the atmosphere, and it renders everything else totally, painfully irrelevant. It is an apex predator swimming in a pool of guppies. They are actively trying to scrub this data from the grid. My IP is already being tracked. Hit that subscribe button and turn on encrypted notifications before they pull this broadcast down forever. Share this intel. Keep your eyes on the shadows. The beast is coming. I'm out.